So we're gonna start a new game show called Can It Beat Nest?
Nest!
Can it beat Nest? We did this in a stream, but it was kind of crazy, right? The results that we were having. What did you think?
It was a little depressing to watch. It's a little depressing to watch. I think, and as you talked about the stream, I think it has everlasting implications for the game too.
The big question that I have is, why are these 5 characters? I don't even know how to fit it. I don't even know how this even became like a thing on the stream. Can it beat Nest?
My goodness.
I mean, we're like running entire squads against Nest just to see how it turns out now. This team actually can beat Nest because eventually at some point the damage on Young Han or
jumps up,
or Chewie gets through the roof, but how long is it going to take? Any wager on how long this is going to take before they can actually beat Nest?
2.5 minutes. I mean, it really comes down to Han ramping up his damage and timing it perfectly when Nest drops off her stacked protection.
Right.
Because once you start stacked protection, you can't do anything. You have to time it perfectly. You have that tiny little window of opportunity to do it against her. So it might take about 2 minutes. They've done it before. We did it on the stream, but it's still it's sad that it takes 5 characters to take out just one character.
Right. Well, and to be fair, too, not putting this on autoplay would help a little bit, right?
Yeah,
I mean, but having it on autoplay, I mean, I feel like when I'm down to 1 character left in the arena, I want to put it on autoplay and be done with the battle. Not try to wait 2 minutes to find the right opportunity to kill her. It's kind of crazy, right? That it's like, this is actually a thing. Can it beat Nest, right?
It's sad, man. Some teams just time out completely. Like, if you do a typical Jedi training raid team with the GK, Thrawn, and all that, they just completely time out. It's really rough for them. I mean, I'm not saying she's unbeatable. Definitely beatable. No. You just need a really good damage dealer to time it perfectly when she drops off her protection. And obviously, Nihilus is an answer too. But
there we go. There we go. 42,000 from Lando. So it did happen. It could beat Nest. It could be Nest.
It can beat Nest. There you go.
But my problem.
Go ahead and drop $300 a character.
Right. My problem is that this is a question. Can it beat Nest? What kind of question is that? Where we're trying to determine whether or not an entire squad can beat 1 character. I mean, all right, we're going to do Scoundrels.
A pseudo Game of Hacks video right here.
I know, right? All right, so now we're doing it with Scoundrels and
Rework Bounty Hunters.
Bounty Hunters, which are Scoundrels also, I guess. But anyhow, we're going to go up against this, and can it beat Nest? And we were actually, I know that it can beat Nest if we take it off autoplay, but I'm going to let it run for a couple minutes until we get annoyed with it, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you also did, I think, a Boba Fett lead, too, to take out Nest with the Bounty Hunter lineup. And you had Zam Wessel and a bunch of thermal detonators.
Right. So I don't know how this is going to go, but the damage over times, I'm telling you, are a good thing. Maybe that'll have something to do with it. Maybe they'll get
immunity.
Yeah, heal immunity helps a lot because that's the problem is that she will heal herself when she does come out of when it takes her turn and the protection goes away, and then even if you had her at like half health or something like that, that's not good. So I like that the damage over times are just getting through the roof, and I think that we can win if it gets high enough. See, look at that right there. Don't gain the health back. Don't gain the health back.
No,
okay.
She's got that healing immunity. You can't do anything.
Whoa, okay.
It won't stop the protection, but it'll stop the health regeneration.
Okay, so those damage over times will probably kill her off, and so will the thermal detonators. Can it beat Nest? The answer is yes.
I'm feeling better.
Okay. Look at there. We're almost there.
Damage over time is going to finish her off, I think.
Oh, boy.
Come on.
So that's kind of a strange thing. I was like, what if I was a designer of characters, right? And if I'm building a new kit for a new character, and I'm going to have to ask myself, can this character beat Nest? And then when I'm also playing in the arena, it's like you can randomly just throw Nest on any team, and you're like, oh, my goodness, how am I going to beat that? And you have to kind of oh boy. And think about it. What, there's 150 or so characters in the game, and maybe only, I mean, 100 characters now are dead, right? As far as beating Nest. Or maybe even entire squads are completely dead, So, I mean,
it's not just against her. I mean, we can kind of say that only so many characters can beat Traya. I mean, we don't know many characters that can beat Traya. It's a very small party that can do so. But I just find it funny that it takes a full squad to take out Nest. I mean, she's obviously beatable, but it's so because usually, as you said earlier, when you have one character, if you put it on full auto, you walk away. But if you full auto nest and walk away, you might come back to a timed out battle.
Oh, I know. Like
worse yet, all of your characters are gone.
Or like troopers. My goodness, yeah, because she's going to counterattack unless there's like a daze so that she stops counterattacking. It could be a mess, absolutely. And then you still don't know if it's going to work. You know what I mean? And then the heal block is kind of. There's so many factors to make this work, and just timing it, and she is beatable, but. I don't know. That's a topic. We're going to let this play, but we've got a bunch of stuff to talk about, and we're going to kind of let this play in the background. And I know that Phoenix can beat Nest, but I'm going to probably let this run until there's like about a minute or 2 minutes left. So it was posted on Reddit. Gasp, right? That's Nick.
Gasp.
That's Nick, right?
I don't remember. I think Nick is his first name. He's the lead event designer.
Live producer, right? I don't know.
I lose track. I don't
know. Anyways, nice guy.
Sorry if we messed it up.
Yeah, sorry. He made a comment there saying no incoming Jedi reworks because we got a Yoda rework, right? The Grandmaster Yoda, and so the question is, are we gonna get Jedi reworks? I mean, I think. Oh, there we go. Woo!
There we go.
Finally.
Good job, Ezra.
Oh, it could be Nest. It took a minute.
That was really good.
It took a minute. Okay. So what are your thoughts about no Jedi reworks?
I mean, when we both saw the Yoda rework, we're like, okay, something's got to be coming. It's kind of like when Palpatine and Vader came out. We're like, yeah, they're better, but it felt like something was missing, and that missing part was Scion that really completely changed how Palpatine and Vader operated. And then obviously Traya, if we want to go even further at that point, we kind of thought the same thing with what's it called? With Yoda. I mean, Yoda came out. Yoda's a good character on offense, but really there hasn't been anything good on defense with Yoda yet, which is kind of our experience when we first had Palpatine. Castillas able to beat Palpatine. RJT can beat Palpatine. I mean, they can still be Palpatine to this day. But we're like, okay, so maybe they're reworking some Jedi, so Yoda has more viable Jedi to kind of work with him. And I was definitely a bit bummed because I mean I've been wanting to see Mace Windu be usable at least, and he sucks so bad. So I mean I guess we're not gonna see a Mace Windu rework. I don't think the way they worded it made it seem like a rework's not happening, but they didn't deny anything about new Jedi coming out. They just said a Jedi faction pass. So there's a good chance maybe we'll get some new Jedi, Shakti, Kayadi, Mundi, and stuff like that. So that's what I'm at least hoping. But I mean, I was hoping for at least the Jedi we already have. I was hoping they'd get better at the very least.
And the reason why I'm hoping that we get at least one new Jedi is like both in your testing and my testing in our playing is that it seems like Grandmaster Yoda pairs well with Hermit Yoda, General Kenobi, and Ezra. And then that fifth slot, we put a lot of different things, anywhere from Ahsoka Tano, Fulcrum Ahsoka, and then, or maybe, you did Jedi Knight Anakin, Commander
CLS,
Luke. Yeah, there was so many Sakura. But none of them seemed optimal, or they weren't a Jedi. Like Fulcrum Ahsoka is not a Jedi, right?
No, she's not.
She's not a Jedi, and so it would be very logical for that team if we had a new Jedi that built off the strengths of that existing team. Don't you agree? That's kind of seems like a logical move, right?
That's what I was kind of thinking they were going to do, because right now it really just seems like that. I mean, most of the Jedi are kind of sucky. I mean, Aayla Secura is kind of like on that borderline where she's pretty decent. Same thing with Anakin. I mean, the only reason why I kind of like Anakin, because like there's times when you have the Grandmaster's training and the offense up and all that stuff, crit damage up. He does like 40,000 on his AoE, but other than that, there really wasn't much flexibility with the Jedi factions. But at least the good thing is a Yoda team could beat a lot of stuff on offense. It's just not much going on defense, and I was hoping we'd get some new Jedi, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm not sure if maybe something's coming up anytime soon. I mean, 4th of July is around the corner, so I'm not sure if next week's going to be a dead week. We'll have to wait and see, but hopefully maybe something to kind of build off Yoda. I mean, but they could have very well just reworked Yoda, because Yoda was just the last legendary character that was kind of iffy. So maybe have just done it just for the sake of making him better. And nothing in mind of thinking Jedi better. It could have just been that.
Right. Well, I mean, I guess the only reason why I thought we were going to get a Jedi faction rework or faction pass or new characters, kind of, because they seem to be predictable and they act in patterns. And when we got Palpatine and Vader, that's when we started getting Scion and the trio and so on and so on. Kind of makes sense. Now, What do you think of the Grandmaster Yoda rework? I mean, I've been liking it. It's kind of fun, right?
Yeah, I mean, I got him to Gear 12 just today. I think I might give him a Zeta on Battle Meditation. He's a flexible character. I think he can work on a lot of different things now. His damage output is crazy good. I mean, sometimes hitting like 70,000 damage on his, what's it called? The one that I forgot the name of it. His third special ability where he can stun and remove turn meter. Does some great stuff. So, I mean, I think he has a lot of potential. I can imagine that Grandmaster Yoda will become one of those characters that becomes even more important down the road, kind of like Palpatine and the rest of the Sith. Oh, you're going to try to pick it up on manual?
Well, I was hoping to, but... Oh, you know what I mean? It's just like you saw that, right? It's just like I wanted to slow it down just to get that big hit because there was a couple times where the health got down to red and, you know, if it was timed correctly, maybe it would have happened. But, yeah, it's just not happening. I mean, I don't know. I know, right?
Oh my goodness. Well, anyways, what about your impressions of Yoda? I mean, you're not going all in on Yoda. You don't think it's worth it right now?
I'm hoping that Jedis will be good, but I'm not really sure the way it stands right now. It's just it's okay. You know what I mean? It's just like we need something else. There's a whole bunch of characters I'd like to get if I'm being honest, and you know, it's just one of those things where like Jedi have never had a place in the arena. I mean,
they have. Qui-Gon Jinn Zeta was good when way back when droids were meta. We had Qui-Gon Jinn Lee. Qui-Gon Jinn Lee's kind of been around for a couple times in arena.
Right. But it just like, man, make Qui-Gon like amazing and then have like a full Jedi team.
Right. I mean, the one thing I like, I mean, we know that Episode 3 Kenobi's on the splash cover for the game art when you boot it up. So that's what makes me think maybe Episode 3 Kenobi's in the works because that would, I mean, I can't imagine them making another Kenobi and making him suck. I would imagine that Episode 3 Kenobi would be amazing.
Right.
So, I mean, people have been hoping Jedi Luke comes to the game. I don't know if Jedi Luke is going to happen this year at all. But, I mean, that's some speculation people are hoping for not getting a Jedi rework, maybe something like that. But I think, I mean, he's a legendary character, and I can't imagine Jedi just still sucking for a while now. But we answered this question on the stream of whether or not we think we'll get some Clone Wars content this year. I think we both said we think we will. Separatist stuff, maybe Jedi. I think there's got to be something that makes Yoda make a lot better. Right.
All right. Well, I think that wraps it up. And, you know, just to me, it seems absurd that we have to ask the question, can it beat Nest? Just seems absurd. I like the character. She's beatable, but I'm just worried about this character creating problems for development of new characters because of the power level. And she's just way better than any of the new prepared scoundrels by a million miles, not even close. So... guess what time it is?
Time for the giveaway.
It's time for the giveaway. I really hope you liked this video today. And if you did, you are in luck because for every single person that likes this video, you're going to get for free an 8-star Jurassic Park Jedi.
This is not a scam.
A special edition. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Every 5 likes on this video, you get 1 free ticket to see Jurassic World starring this character.
Yes, absolutely. All right, guys. Talk to you later.
See you later.